Oh man. Good evening, everybody. It's Babetalk.
Oh,
Oh man, hey Nathan, you with us tonight?
I'm there.
You're here. All right, we're good. So
Yeah.
tonight, tonight we have Nathan Wheeler of Just Go, Just
Hey,
Leave. Tonight
what's
I
up?
have Carly Rios.
Hello, hello.
I got James Boss. And
so
it's rumored that Shayna is actually going to join us tonight, but I don't know. But we're going to
um,
start anyway.
Did anyone shoot her a reminder? I'll shoot her.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Pray for Shayna right now. She got some sun poisoning going on.
that is very true. So she just might be asleep trying to recover because that is some real shit.
Like I didn't even know that was a thing until like 2 days ago.
Sun poisoning? Yeah, sun poisoning is a very real thing. If you guys want to ruin your night, Google sun poisoning because it's
I
not very
did.
fun.
I did,
No.
and I
And you
don't.
know what's so
Well,
funny
that
is
just
that no
sounds
one
bad.
understands. Everyone goes, "Oh, why do you wear sunscreen? You tan. Why do you wear sunscreen?" Because I don't want sun poisoning.
True.
It's
Yeah.
man.
I'm going to be wearing all the sunscreen now.
Now, Nathan, you're in California, so like, do you know about the sun poison life?
Yeah. It's no. I don't want that life. Not about that life.
Nobody is about that life.
But I
We
just
just do
burn.
not want it.
I just burn. It's just I'm like, why does hell I burn? That's it.
Depressing.
Even
It's
if I
absolutely-
put sunblock on, I put sunblock on and I'll still burn.
Oh, so you're part of that like translucent light.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
shame.
bad.
But so anyway, we start off the show by asking everybody how their day was, and we have Carly. Carly's the first person I see. How was your day?
Aww.
Aww. When
It
I
was
wake
pretty
up,
chill, man. I mean, woke up, went to work, hung out with my cats before work, got off work, had a couple beers at the bar. I know. Oh, there is something exciting though. Our local bar,
Yeah.
Frank's, has been voted the #1 pizza in North Carolina.
Well,
Oh.
high five to
That's
that.
dope. That's dope.
But yeah,
Now-
went down there, had some pie, had some beer, and came back here.
Now, how is their pizza? Would you say that it actually deserves the title of like best pizza of North Carolina?
Yes, it is the most Jersey, non-Jersey pizza I've ever had.
Really?
Yes, it is amazing.
How do they do
Okay.
their pizza?
It's kind of like Primo, but with flavor. Like, it's
Oh.
like that finished crust, and then a really nice seasoned sauce, and then just a ton of cheese, and then make sure the sauce goes almost to the end, not too close to the end. It's perfect. It's awesome.
Nice. It sounds like it's cooked to very perfection. Now that we're on the subject of pizza, you know that I can't leave it. James, where has been the best pizza for you? Because I have like a holy grail of pizza that like no one can top. But James, you can go on with yours.
Putting me on the spot. It was definitely in New York City.
Okay.
It was this place. I forgot the name of it, but it's like right near Penn Station, and it was just like the best
Manhattan?
pizza. Yeah, in Manhattan.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm literally Googling places that are
Just-
pizza.
Try and remember the
Be
name.
careful. That list might go on forever. It's like pizza
Oh,
in Manhattan.
Pizza Supreme. It's called Pizza Supreme. It's on 8th Street, and it's like 2 minutes from Penn Station. It was just like the best pizza I've ever had, and it was so good.
I actually might have to try that Pizza Supremo. Now, Nathan, I don't know if you're like a real pizza kind of guy.
Dude, I love pizza.
Really? Okay,
Love
so
it.
so we can continue
Yeah.
this kind of conversation.
Yeah. Well, the
So where would
best
you
place
say
where
would be like? Yeah.
the best place. Well, it's not even there anymore because it got shut down. But it was
Oh.
Nick's Pizzeria they used to have out here, and they had the bomb pizza, and like they also used to throw shows there too, which is pretty
Nice.
tight. But now
That's
it's like
awesome.
place is gone, so it sucks.
Now I've been seeing this trend. Like last week when we had a guest and they were talking about how like they used to play shows and like pizza joints. Is that like a thing like over in California? Because like our guest is from the East Coast. Do they have a lot of
Yeah,
shows that are like in pie joints or pie joints, pizza pie?
They have a lot of shows that are in pizza places out here. in California. Like I think there's one in like Orange County area. I forgot what it's called, but it is a pizza place that they throw shows there. So it's a thing out here.
I think that's
Like
just
my
like
brother's band, yeah, because my brother's band just recently played at like a pizza place in Palmdale, which is like right by us, and it's called like Pizza Supreme, something like that, or it's kind of like Subway, but you can make your own pizza.
That's
nice.
awesome.
That
That's
is actually very awesome.
That's
It's called
cool.
the Pizza Experience. Yeah, it's called the Pizza
The
Experience,
pizza
and it's
experience.
Damn
you can
right,
make
it's
your
a
own
pizza
pizza.
experience.
I
that's
can't
Yeah,
deal with you. But that's actually very awesome. So
yeah.
here's where my very prestigious prestigious
Prestigious.
prestigious. Wow, man, that's what I keep using big words. Giuliano's Pizza, and I still have their business card. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's actually right off the Brooklyn
That's
Bridge. It is probably the best pizza I've ever had in my life. I don't know if anyone actually watches How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've seen it here and there, few episodes.
Okay. Does anyone remember the episode where Marshall's trying to find the Red Door Burger joint,
Yeah.
Yes.
and he just
Yeah.
goes on about the suckling taste of the pizza, and how with every bite there's just an explosion of flavor. Like you can taste the olive oil, the basil. It's stone cooked inside of an oven. It's been run by the same Italian family for years and years. It's very renowned. Giuliano's Pizza, right underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. If anyone's going to it, it's a life-changing experiment.
I'm gonna have to make a trip.
Experiment.
I'm
Um,
gonna have to make
Yeah.
a
next
trip.
time I'm in NYC, I'm probably going to check it out then.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? Like, take someone on a date, go walk the Brooklyn Bridge, and be like, "Oh, it's cute, it's scenic," and now I'm gonna take you to some beautiful pizza, like right underneath the bridge, and then we can go get ice cream, and then take a ferry ride. That whole like little section by the Brooklyn Bridge is pretty cool. But anyway, enough about that. James Boss, how was your day?
Today, I got back from college late last night, so today was basically just a bunch of unpacking and like getting all my shit organized. So it was like kind of uneventful.
Does all your shit
Um,
fit in one book bag?
no, it was like a shit ton of luggage.
Oh, you missed the joke.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, I gotta take your pop punk card. If you can please hand it over to me.
No. I get it now. Fuck.
You're-
That like flew over my head. It was like a boomerang. It like threw over my head and then just like bam. hit
and
me.
just right in the back of the head.
Yeah.
But yeah, how does it feel to be back home, to be finally done with school and everything?
I miss it. I honestly miss it. I have like a lot of really cool homies up there and I got to do a lot of cool things. So I'm like a little bummed about it, but I'm excited that I get to see some people I haven't in a while. I'm excited that I'm going to be working again soon and actually like earning money for the first time in a bit.
True.
So yeah.
Now,
um,
are you gonna be doing anything fun upcoming that's gonna celebrate your back homeness?
There's like something that I'm going to be possibly doing in the next few weeks that I can't talk about because I don't know if it's official or not. But other than that, I'm just going to be chilling with some homies, going to shows.
Yo, homie, chill. Yo, there you
Yeah, yo, homie, chill. Yo, homie, chill.
go. Yo,
Probably
homie,
being
chill,
like hanging with my friends as they roast me, like the old days.
yo. Like the
Nice.
old days. They're gonna coerce you into doing what? That sounds pretty sketchy.
No, said roast. Like
Oh, I thought that they're gonna coerce you. I'm just like, woo, man, don't
No,
give in to peer,
no.
do not give in to peer
No,
pressure. You
no.
are
no,
your
it's
own.
going to be roast sessions. Like I miss those with some of my friends, so it's going to be good to do that again, I guess.
You look like a motherfucking nut. Just for half an hour straight.
Oh my god.
Hey Nathan, you doing it right over there?
Doing pretty fantastic.
That's great. I'm glad to hear it. How was your day today?
Yeah. It was pretty good. Just woke up, made pancakes, and then watched the show Miami Ink with my mom, and then
Nice.
got a call from the school district from out here, and might be possibly getting a job soon. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Nice.
Nice,
Yeah,
man.
and then I'm trying to get the finalizations on a show I'm trying to put on for To Write Love in Her Arms, like a donation show.
I
beneficial
saw
to
you
Oh
them.
wow,
posted
that'd be
something
awesome.
things about that. Do you want to go into that particular show?
Yeah, because I'm trying to. I hit them up about donating, and they told me to hit up their benefit in, so I'm just waiting for them to email me back. Because I already have like a set venue for it too.
Nice. Now, what's the
Yeah,
benefit of the
so
show going? Who is it going to be benefiting?
it's gonna be benefiting to like Love in Their Arms, like for uh their organization. So like it's all about like suicide. If you know what it is, yeah, it's just gonna be benefiting them. So
That's actually
donating
very
all the
awesome.
money to them. Yeah,
Yeah. There's actually going to be a similar festival that's going to be going on. I should have the date for that, but it's going to be called Festival. One of the
yeah.
members from Your Persona that's going to be that come on the show, Jose and his booking company are going to put on something called Sad Fest. That all the proceeds from that particular weekend festival is going to be going towards suicide prevention programs and everything. And I'm happy to announce that Babetalk is actually going to be officially sponsoring that.
Oh wow.
So that's a
That's
Yo.
thing.
right.
It's something
That's
that
right.
I'm very
Right.
passionate about suicide prevention because everyone matters. Um,
Yeah.
it's
Right on.
crazy just going through life and everything because shit's rough, but that doesn't mean that you have to just not be able to go through it. I wasn't prepared to talk about this at all, but
It's okay. The festival is from May 29th to May 31st. It's that weekend. I did look it up for you.
thank you very much. And Babe Talk will have a table there. We are going to be featured on the T-shirts, which is kind of cool, and it's
That's
something that
dope.
it's something that we can get behind because
Definitely. Definitely.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
dope.
it's gonna be an awesome thing. So speaking of festivals, Warp Tour, Kevin Lyman. Oh, James
Oh.
Boss also just joined the chat.
My internet just crashed for a second.
Okay.
So yeah,
Now I've got two of you, James. It's pretty
Now we got two James going on.
got
I
one like this and one like this.
um and
Oh man, oh internet. Anyway, so James, you came back in just for the transition. Um, we were talking about festivals, and Warped Tour is a festival, and poor Kevin Lyman has just been like ripping his hair out with just the amount of shit store that's been going
Austin,
on
Oh my
this
bro.
god.
year.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I saw he had lost his shit the other night when he tweeted that all the YouTubers were getting kicked off Warped Tour. I was like,
Yeah.
oh my
I saw
part
god.
of
that.
me was like,
I was like, damn.
yo, but the other part of me was like, man, that has to suck for like the dude that exposed the dude that was doing the sketchy shit and like the
Dude,
non-shitty
it's
people. But at the same time, do
because of
we really want Ryan Stars on Warped Tour?
I mean,
it's
that
because
was
of
a
like the Austin Jones
Yeah.
dude, like asking girls for like twerk videos.
Yeah, that was like
That's
extremely
awkward.
I
specific.
I kind of like vomited a little when I saw those videos, just a little.
Oh, I have actually yet to check into everything because I mean, like if sketchy people are doing
Oh,
sketches, I really don't want to go ahead and be like, oh,
oh,
what is he
Oliver.
asking of these very manipulative girls to do? Like, why would
It's
you?
Yeah.
very strange, and I understand why Kevin Lyman kind of had that off the cuff moment because it almost feels like there's so much controversy with a lot of the YouTube stars, whether it's, what's going on now with like all the, sexual attack kind of, issues and all those kind of scandals going on. Or if it's like when Bethany Mata, I think it was, went on Dancing with the Stars, and everyone was freaking out, going, "Well, she's just a YouTube star. She's not a real star." There's so much controversy
Yeah.
surrounding YouTube stars. It almost feels like you might not want them to be on your tour, and you just don't even want to deal with that whole thing, no matter how big of a trend it is.
And that's a really weird thing that we're seeing within the past few years is that YouTube is now producing stars. Like this is a whole new frontier that people are having to deal with. You don't have
Yeah.
any agents because there's really no need for them since they're pretty much their own agents. I mean, there are a
Yeah.
few that do have their own agents and their own PR firms and stuff. But for the most part, we're pretty much in the wild west of
Yeah.
people getting famous. Like say same thing with Vine. We have Viners that
I
are just like
Oh
doing shit,
yeah.
and they're
I
just like
Yeah.
I remember seeing the comments saying that YouTube and Vine are the MTV of our generation,
absolutely, and I can
Yeah.
absolutely agree. Yeah,
and
Yeah.
I think I
Well,
agree with that.
It sounds so strange because
Really?
we grew up with that, but yeah, to kids growing up these days, definitely is Vine and Twitter and Facebook, all of that.
Now, I was like kind of caught in the middle of the decline of YouTube and the decline of MTV and the rise of YouTube. So I'm just like in this weird place where the first half of my childhood was all about MTV, but now I'm growing up and YouTube has been like the big thing for me.
Well, here's
Yeah.
the weird thing. I mean, like, I don't remember a lot of people like saying, "Oh, I really love this one reality television star from like Real World." Like there were like maybe like a
The
handful.
Miz.
There were like a handful of people, but like not as many
But
people.
now it's so celebrity focused
It's
instead of
so-
just,
yeah.
yeah.
And that's the weird thing. Like, and it's weird because when we look at music people, because we'll look at people through every category. We'll have the Viners that are able to do 6 seconds worth of entertainment like that, and they'll be
Yeah.
picked up for a commercial, and no one knows who they really are, but they're like, oh yes, please, you're popular and you can do it well. Here, let me just take you.
Yeah.
And now we're looking at YouTube stars that are like going over to Warped Tour, and we have no idea who they are, and they're just like, oh, you can attract a lot of my demographic, and then you can do it well. Here, let me just pull you up, and it's just like, oh,
Yeah,
let me grab
exactly.
you. Oh shit, you're a pedophile, and then like, it's really like turning it into a crapshoot.
That was the greatest
So-
physical demonstration. That was
That is.
You just begin to like, oh shit, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. So, I mean, I can understand Kevin Lyman's frustration with just saying like, no, all of them, just fucking get rid of all of them, because if you get rid of all
I
of them, you
understand
can't
it,
have
too.
Yeah.
any more. Yeah. Like Nathan, what's your opinion? Like how do you weigh in?
Honestly, I think it's bullcrap. Honestly, I agree with Kevin Lyman. Like, I agree that he should take them all off and do like a background check, like before he puts them on there. Just like with Front Porch Step, when he was on Warped Tour, then he got accused of all that crap. Like, he should take them off and like do a little background check. But like, I agree with Kevin Lyman on his side of the story. Like, he should take them all off.
Now, since tweeting that he's gonna take everybody off, he's now went back and said, all right, I'm not taking everybody off. So like,
I'm not taking everybody off. I just had a moment. Yeah.
Nigga got heated. Sorry, I
Yeah.
took it out on everybody. And so now he's like leveled out. He probably talked to his people, and then just like Kevin, and it's just like I know. So, what do you think is going to be the future of still being able to pick out the popular ones to get the because I know that Warped Tour like for the longest time has been wanting to get their social standings up, very much so. And I remember like there were a pit reporter contest way back when, and that was okay. And now picking from YouTube to try and like get popularity back up seems to be the smart idea. But from the declining pit reporters and now the gamble with YouTube stars, what does Warped Tour really have to pick from? Do you think they're still going to continue to crowdsource, or do you think?
I think they're still going to like continue to get YouTubers. I think they're just going to like, just like with the artists, they're going to increase the background checks on them and to see if they're not creepy and just hope for the best. Because like, there's been issues with artists like way in the past beforehand. Like Front Porch Step is not the first artist to have controversy on Warped Tour.
On the dance floor.
Yeah.
God bless me. Excuse me.
I mean, like, the Lawrence Arms were kicked off of Warped Tour way back when, from
That too. Yeah.
I've been told. So I think he's just going to keep making gambles and see what works, because I think the YouTubers worked last year. The controversies about the YouTubers last year didn't come out until after the tour ended.
Oh yeah, that weird kid with the cotton
Common
candy hair. Right?
candy hair, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
then
have-
again, like that, like come on, that's a red flag. Like I mean,
Yeah.
the scene, the nest hair, like that was 2006.
I have pictures with that dude, actually.
Do you really?
My friend that I was with Warped Tour was a huge fan of him, and like she asked me to take pictures with him, and I was like, hey, fuck it, I don't know who the hell you are, but your hair is funny, so I'll take a picture with you.
Here's the thing: if we're not able to weed out the individuals that just scream like probably shouldn't, then I want fucking Jesse Slaughter to be a YouTube pit reporter next year. Does anyone remember Jesse Slaughter?
Dude, I remember that.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I'm
Damn.
gonna put a gun to your head and make a brain slushy. I want to
You
be
done
made
goofed
a brain
out.
slushy with her.
Yeah.
God.
Damn.
As long as she's of age now. If she's not, then I don't fucking want anything.
She was
So,
11. She's probably like 15 or 16, dude.
well, she was. I think she was like 15, 16 when she made the video. So
No, she was
might
like
be of age.
11.
She was 11.
Yeah, she was 11 in that video.
I'll just
Oh,
stick with
gosh.
Boxy then. I'll just stick
Yeah.
with Boxy. Boxy's leveled out, so like that'll be a good
That's
option.
a name I haven't heard in a
Yeah.
while. Boxy. Oh my god.
So speaking of new things, were we speaking of new things? I don't know. Well, now we're speaking of new things.
Good segue. Good segue.
Thank you. I try. There's been a lot of new stuff going on within the pop punk world. Man Overboard just put out
Ooh.
3 new songs, and they
I love
also
it.
have announced that they're going to be. Yeah, man. If you guys have gotten a chance to listen to the new tracks,
I haven't, but
very
I saw the
impressed.
post earlier.
They're pretty good. I like
I,
them.
I
Carly,
like it.
we're still trying to get you into
I like
the
it.
pop punk world, so you're okay.
Huh?
I like
I
it.
said we're
The
still
new
we're still
stuff is
trying to
pretty
get you
tight.
into the pop punk world.
Well, buddy, do you not recall? I'm pretty sure Man Overboard was number 10 on my top 10 list last year for EPs.
That's
10.
very true.
Just saying.
Okay. Ooh, I'm sorry. I apologize. But so yeah, so they put out some new stuff, and it's really awesome. If I were to describe it,
I like it.
what is I think it's called Heavy Love. Heavy Love's going to be the new LP
Yeah.
that's going to be coming out. Judging from the first 3 songs, I think they finally have like got their got new Man Overboard down. Heart Attack was the
Yeah.
experiment album, and we tried to fit Man Overboard's we're gonna try and be a little bit more progressive. We're gonna try and branch out and do a little bit more sound. And from the 3 songs, I think I still have them up here. What were they called? One was Splinter, one was called Borderline, and the other one's Now That You're Home. Each one, I think, kind of had a blend of different albums, which is really cool.
Yeah.
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 In my opinion, Splinter was highlight reel with some Heart Attack, and each one, it's weird. Now That You're Home definitely played off of Real Talk with cutesy little stuff, which I love Man Overboard for just being able to still be able to turn out these stupid sappy love songs over
Yeah,
and
I
over
love
and
it
over and
again.
over and over again, and then still be able to keep it fresh, which has always
Yeah.
been impressive for me because
Exactly.
we're on album what I think we're on album 5 now, and they're still being able to
Yeah.
turn out some
Yeah.
good shit.
Down the
So
EP.
I love to know
It-
what you guys have to think about it.
I wish they went more in the direction of the song White Lies, because that was one of my favorite Man Overboard songs.
Okay.
And I liked Heart Attack, but White Lies just kind of blew me away, and it was like, wow, this is really different than the shit Man Overboard's done in the past. I really hope that they go in this direction in the future. So I guess I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't go in that direction, but it's still good Man Overboard songs, so I can't complain too much.
Very true. Nathan, I see you wearing your Mano shirt.
Yeah. Honestly, they haven't put out an album that I don't like. Every single album they put out was pretty tight. I like all of them, but their new stuff is pretty tight. I've been repping it since they came out with it. I listen to it a lot.
Yeah. And
I
I
like
mean,
it.
generally it takes me a minute or two to try and excuse me, that's black unit of time. It takes me a while to get to get into an album. But Heart Attack was one of those albums I was just able to listen through, and although that it had a different style than we were used to for Man Overboard, it was still quick for me to listen to. And
Yeah.
Heavy Love, each one of the 3 songs, when you get ooh, you're you get hype on a song.
Yeah.
All three songs so far I've been able to get hype on, which is really awesome. And they're releasing a new album. What I'm sad though is that they're going to be on Warped Tour when it drops, so we're not going to see a Philly Man Overboard release show, which is very sad. But I think
Hey,
it's
you
awesome.
never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Will it drop? They're going to be in Texas when they drop it.
No.
That's
All right, yeah. then,
So Philly at least is not going to see it, which is sad. But
they could still do
James.
something. Yes.
I know you would want to go over something with Paramore. What is Haley Williams doing?
All right,
Fill us
so over the past few days, Taylor Swift has been teasing this big music video for her song Bad Blood that is going to premiere at an award show Sunday. I forgot what award show. And she's been revealing these character posters with some like really big people that are going to be starring in the music video. I believe Lena Dunham's going to be in it, Zendaya is going to be in it, Kendrick Lamar is going to be in it, but the main person that caught my attention that's going to be in it is Hayley Williams. She's going to be starring as the Crimson Red. And it honestly just got me wondering, like, man, Paramore has, like, transcended to this new level of mainstream by still playing their pop punk music. And it just got me wondering, like, what are your thoughts on Paramore, like, becoming huge enough that their lead singer can be in a Taylor Swift music video?
You know, I honestly, the first time I heard Paramore, I remember just being floored because Hayley Williams' voice is so just. I mean, she's just amazing. She's just amazing, and she's done a lot for females in pop punk, and honestly, a lot for females in music, because she really broke through a male-dominated world. And I think it's really good that you can see a band start at the beginning and be such an important band and so vital to the scene, and then just to watch them grow and flourish and keep going on for 10 years, even after all of the things that they've been through with, Josh and, the Farrah brothers leaving and everything. It's really impressive, and it's really awesome that they could stay true to themselves and still break through the mainstream and show people, hey, we're here, we've been here for a long time, now it's time for you to recognize. It's really nice. It's satisfying.
All right. So what about you, Ollie?
I mean, I've always loved Paramore for like the longest time. I can't say that I've been like the world's biggest Paramore fan, only because like it wasn't like my cup of tea. However, like they've been that band that's been like the time. And there have been a lot of bands that like you'll like, and then like your friends won't like, and like you just have like that niche band and be like, oh, I can listen to them and like I'll be a little cool. And sadly, Paramore wasn't one of those bands that like you can keep to yourself since everybody knew them.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting to see how, like Carly said, 10 years later they're able to actually climb their way out of like a little out of a niche and finally join like what is it, like Grammy award winning artists, and like
Yeah.
and like be recognized as like an actual person, like the I want to say like the most that I've seen an artist go and be like, oh shit, nigga, we made it, was when the Wonder Years had finally started advertising that they were selling the Greatest Generation at Best Buys. I was like, whoa, like moms and mom jeans are gonna be walking.
Hold on a second.
I was like, what? They're in my Sunday circular. What? Moms are gonna go walk by and be like, what?
I've seen Stranger Things in Best Buy. I saw an Ice Nine Kills CD in Best Buy once, and that took me by surprise.
Well, it wasn't that like it was being sold in the Best Buy, but it was being advertised that it was being
Gotcha.
sold in a Best Buy. Yeah, like they're saying like, hey, we're in Best Buy, and like you need like me growing up within like the little pop punk South Jersey Philly scene. The Wonder Years were one of those bands that like I heard always being played in basements. I always heard being played in churches and stuff. And Paramore. And they're within the same amount of time. So, like, Paramore and Wonder Years, we'd see, like, Wonder Years would be like, yeah, we're, like, 10 year, but Paramore's just like, no, we are Grammy winning now. So, like, it's very odd to see how they're still appealing to the pop punk kids, but now they're also appealing towards the top 40 kids. Like, I think Ankle Biters is, like a regular, no, not that. Still
Part
Into
2.
You.
Oh,
Still Into You is a pretty regular, like, soft rock, not soft rock, but like a regular rock kind of radio band.
It got a kids
which I
pop
think's
cover.
awesome. Yeah, it's got a kids. There you go. It's got a kids pop cover. Radio Disney is getting calls saying I want to hear Hayley Williams, and I think that's incredible. Like I might not be the biggest Hayley Williams fan as a person, but you got to give the girl credit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So Nathan, what do you think?
Honestly, I think it's cool for them. Like I like Paramore. Like when I was growing up, I liked them. Like I always thought Hayley Williams was pretty hot.
True.
Yeah.
True.
True.
If we could be objective for a second, girl got an ass. Just say it.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
Like that one war tour where she wore that schoolgirl outfit.
Although what, like I say that like Hayley Williams is like hot, but I will always say this: Tay Jardine got a beat every time.
I don't know, dude. Jenna McDougal.
No. I mean, like, James, it's not an argument. Like, take my name, and you're gonna be mute.
James, it's not an argument.
It's actually fact. It's Babetalk. I'm the host, and you're mute.
Slow your roll.
So slow your roll down.
It's nothing.
I think I broke James. So yeah. So
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
I
thi-
think. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
I think it's cool for them to be like Grammy award-winning artists. They deserve it. They're all super talented. Like they deserve to be up there with all the Grammy-winning artists. Like it's cool for them coming from like where they are and like where they are now. It's pretty tight. Like I think it's cool for them. That's
It is. Yeah, because it's like seeing that, like, when the homie makes it out the hood.
Yeah.
They're making someone of themselves, and it's an incredible
Yeah.
thing. Like I would never like. If,
When Ain't It Fun started getting played on the radio, it made me feel the way that it felt when I heard Welcome to the Black Parade played on the radio,
yeah,
but like
or, the
3
Charlotte-
years
Yeah.
after Welcome to the
Yeah.
Black Parade.
Yeah.
Now,
True.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
I
It
see
was
what you
like-
mean. I see what you mean now. Yeah.
it was like, are you seriously? It was like, oh my god, they actually were a big band. It wasn't all in my head. Like, they were actually able to break through and just
Yeah.
like be weird and be themselves and just, it's awesome.
that's cool. Yeah.
So that's a thing, and I do hope that we're gonna hear some more true Paramore songs come out in the future.
Yeah.
As much as I like the that was a self-titled.
Yeah.
Yeah, self-titled, yeah.
I'm still a pretty awesome fan of Riot, because that's still just like a
Yeah.
Yeah, that
punch
was my
break
favorite
shit
album.
album.
Pinnacle, man. I
I'm-
mean,
Yeah.
I'm honestly
sorry.
predicting that the new Paramore album is just going to be Zed remixes.
The entire time.
that's really- you know what though? Riot is to Paramore what like, and I mean it's gonna sound ridiculous, but it's the first thing I thought of, and it's still true. Riot is to Paramore what like the Marshall Mathers LP was to Eminem. Like
Yo.
seriously, it's
Actually,
like
you know what? Yeah, if we're following career-wise, that's actually very true.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was like they're bam, like
Yeah.
Misery Business. Oh my god, I remember when Misery Business came out. Shit was crazy. It was man.
And what
I like
separates, and I was remember Carly was making this point earlier. Like Haley Williams has like such a voice. Like it's very demanding when it wants to be, but it can be like so sultry. Like we'll see like Only Exception, and then like brick by boring brick, and then just like the contrast between the two are pretty incredible. Like we'll see some like
Dude,
pop punk bands trying like balance the acoustic and like
Dude, I like that one
Bayside
song.
only has like pissed off voice, and they're not able to do both, and it will have like fireworks that like he'll try to like have like a drawn out sad voice, but there are no other bands like Paramore that she's able to have like a really nice alluring voice
Yeah.
and then be able to
Yeah.
spit fire in the next track.
And what
I
song? were
like
you
that one
singing?
song she was in. What that song that she was in was "Set Your Goals."
Okay, now pray. Yeah, I remember that song. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that song was tight.
Man, my favorite.
She did really good on that song.
hmm
Forever and always, that song that the Chariot had with Haley Williams is just like insane.
Yeah.
Like I might not look like her personally, but I mean like there's not a bad vocal trait about her, and she's a very
There's
happy,
really
bubbly
not.
type of person when she's on. Like when she's on, she's a great person.
I would love to hear, and I used to hear people just critique all the time, I guess, just because not liking that style of music or her being one of the first females to really do, like, that style of music, and as young as she was. But she was 15, man, and I would love, when Pressure came out, and I would love to see any 15-year-old, sing Pressure and Conspiracy. And really put the power that she put behind those songs. And they wrote all those songs themselves, too.
Yeah.
They're immensely talented band.
That's
I'm
pretty
not
great.
gonna lie, I forgot that she was that young when she put those songs out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember she was 15 because I was 15, too, and I got pissed.
And I was,
Just sitting there in Mrs. Shower's class, be like, this could be fucking me.
Man, when I was 15, I was like addicted to playing The Price is Right online, and he was 15. He was like releasing straight fire, and I just hate
Not even
myself
Who Wants
for
to
it.
Be a Millionaire, James. I'm so disappointed.
Nah, man. Are you kidding me? Who doesn't want to play Plinko, whether it's online or not?
Right?
Exactly. Dude, I went to a taping of Price is Right and did not get called down. I was sad.
My favorite,
No, if I lived in California, I would go homeless for
the
just
singer.
waiting there week after week after
Yeah.
week, trying to get it on a
I
show.
find it funny because
Yeah.
the singer of Amberlin was a contestant on The Price is Right today.
Oh
Shut
my
up.
God, more can really?
Yeah,
Wait, wasn't he on? Wasn't he on like weeks ago?
I don't know. I saw an article about it today. Like, apparently it aired today.
Oh, it must have aired today, cause like he was on like a long time ago and like won the whole
Yeah.
thing. He won the whole thing, which is
Damn.
incredible.
You're
Yeah, I
yeah,
saw that.
yeah, he
No,
made
you're
off
thinking.
with, like,
You're thinking of the singer of Killswitch Engage.
oh, am
Yeah, he
I?
like won
Oh, my
everything.
bad.
The singer of Amberlin did not win, and he lost at the wheel.
Oh, he lost at the wheel.
Are you
And
shitting
he
me?
didn't even win the showcase. He like lost, and it was sad to watch.
That's
Yeah.
But no, the
That's
the singer, was it the singer or the drummer from Killswitch?
Oh,
Might have been. It might
someone.
have been the drummer.
I don't know, but
I
I'm
mean-
glad it wasn't Drew Carey because I just would have kept just yelling "Holy Diver!" and that's it, just over and
Oh,
over and over
and
again.
that-
Yeah. It was their guitarist.
The guitarist, yeah, he
Oh.
won the whole thing. Like
Yeah,
like, he did the
he-
showcase, and not only did he like do the showcase really well, I think he got like between
He got both
$1,500
showcases.
range.
Yeah. He like won
Yeah, he
both.
got like
And
Like-
I know
he won
he
like
kicked that
almost.
showcase.
He almost
I
got
know.
like the prize.
I don't know if this is going to be a new trend, but like a few weeks after that, the guitarist of I the Mighty was on The Price is Right.
That's what the hell.
Yeah, this is like a new trend.
If I had to pick any game show to go on, I would pick Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because I wouldn't care whether I won or lost because I'd get to meet Terry Crews, and that would just be
Yeah.
that would just be it for me.
You know,
Oh,
love, I think you might be the only one in that like little boat. It's like,
I
oh, Terry
didn't-
I can't. I can't do that show.
Terry Crews, man, I want to meet like Regis Philbin. Like,
I mean, he's cool.
Let me tell you something. You look up Terry Crews lip sync battle and watch the lip sync battle that he did to
Yeah.
1,000 Miles and tell me that you don't want to see everything Terry Crews has
Wait,
ever
did
been
he?
in.
Wait, didn't he
Yeah.
do that in White Girls?
Yes, exactly. He threw
That's
it
why
back.
they made him do that.
Threw
That's
it
actually
back.
pretty cool.
Did you see that? He starts out on the
I
piano.
didn't watch
He's
it.
got
No.
the top coat and he's got like the tails and everything. Starts out on a white piano with a white suit and no shirt on.
oh my god.
And just
Incredible.
stares at the come on, white
Yeah.
the whole
Terry
like
Crews
face
is
and
just
everything.
hysterical in general. I think if I were to go on any game show, I would make a fake family and go on to Family Feud, or do no. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I don't know who's actually gonna remember this. Carl, you might remember this, but there was an old game show called Supermarket Sweep,
Yo.
and like
Dude,
I
we
swear
could
to
all
God,
team up and fucking rock the
just
shit out.
ruin. I would ruin families. Like I would take that way too extreme. I wouldn't do any of the trivia. And like, you know what's weird? Growing up, like that's a nostalgic sound. Like I remember
Yeah.
hearing that. Like if I were to hear it nowadays, I'd probably like get goosebumps. And
It
everything.
was-
I just remember it was like moms, like people in like mom
Mhm.
jeans and like the weird sweaters,
Just
like just
running
running
through
through the
aisles,
aisles of
just
the shopping
running through
cart,
aisles.
just throwing shit into the cart, and the woman's always yelling at the man like, "Find it cheaper! Find it cheaper!" It was amazing.
And last point. Oh no, I still have to ask Nathan. I remember. We were going. I was helping out a show. For 1787, and we had needed to grab a few more items for stuff, and we had to run over to the supermarket. And so I was given the food list, and someone was given the booze list, and like that like the moment that I stood foot inside that supermarket, shit just started like real, and it turned Supermarket Sweep real
Yeah.
quick. Like I just grabbed the cart, and I'm like literally like jogging up and down these aisles, and as I'm running through, I'm like, oh my God, I'm literally on Supermarket Sweep right now. But yeah, so that would be my game show of choice. Nathan, what show are you gonna be on if you had to choose?
If I had to choose,
Yep.
shoot, what it used to be on Nickelodeon like long time ago.
Oh
What
wait,
was it?
okay.
I'm about to look this up real quick.
We have Figure It Out. We have Wild and Crazy Kids. We have
I've never heard
Legends
of
Legends of
that.
the Hidden Temple
Ugh.
Double
with
Dare.
Almac. With all the stupid kids that were not able to get the stupid monkey down right. Like they would all do it backwards. Why didn't any of the kids? Do you know what I'm talking? I'm about to go on a rant.
Yeah, I know what
monkey.
you're talking
The
about.
monkey,
But
yeah,
like,
and they would always get up there, and it was three
three-part
pieces.
monkey. It was easy. It was easy. Just look
Three
at the. Have you never seen a monkey before? All these kids, they're answering trivia, doing all these physical challenges.
Yeah, and they get
then
all the way up, and the monkey's the last thing, and they just take the stick, and they're just like jamming it sideways,
They're just, like, jamming it
flipping
inside.
upside down.
I'm like,
and-
you guys are going to space camp. Why are you so stupid? Like, you don't deserve to go to space camp. None of you deserve any of these prizes. You don't deserve a race a scooter. You're fucking hurt yourself. You break your leg,
Dude.
and then you fucking sue Nickelodeon for it.
So
Because you
so
can't
I
get
would
a
be on
damn
that show. For the show I would be on, it's that show Double Dare.
Double
Yeah.
Dare. Then Double
show-
Dare.
that
fan-
show
oh
is
my
fire.
God. That
I
was
love that
very.
show.
Yep.
Double Dare 2000.
I want to go on there.
Double Dare, man. Oh.
Yeah.
Now, see, Double Dare is one of those shows that I would be very nervous if they were to bring it back today. Because, like, have you guys seen the new episodes of Family Feud?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like
Some
the
of
new
them.
episodes of Family
Okay.
Feud.
They're taping new episodes of Family Feud, and some of the answers that they give Steve is just like so outlandish and so like very like borderline TV like MA
Yeah.
that Steve has just been very nervous. And I'm pretty sure that if they were to
Yeah.
bring Mark Summers and like some of the kids onto that television show,
Did you
no,
see the one where he
Uh,
said, "Name a part of the body that starts with the letter T," and the guy goes, "Titties."
like it just blurts out. So like I'm not sure if we would actually be able to have the 2015 because the 2015 kids
you know what?
are not the same as the
They
1995
brought back.
kids.
They brought back
No.
Figure It Out, and that went well. So
Oh,
if they brought
yeah.
back Figure It Out, they can bring back Double Dare.
But
But
Figure
have you
It
guys
Out
seen
is
that-
totally different, man. Because Double Dare, you have all those challenges and stuff, and like kids these days are such like jackasses a lot of the time that I feel like it would just be like 30 minutes of kids getting into fights in the slime, and that's
Honestly,
all that it would be.
knowing
Yeah.
Hollywood, they're
Have you-
going to pick the most pure child actors that they can find in a hotel lobby for
Oh.
that.
Ew. Where? In Hollywood?
Yeah, like I'm sure there's like a hotel dedicated to having child actors like stay with their parents to get on TV shows, and they'll probably just go there. And like,
They're out of like Iowa. They're with William. They're with William Newman trying to make a thing.
yes, yeah,
But Nathan, you're gonna make a point.
Yeah, like that one episode of Family Feud when he asked like what's the most thing that's like been passed around, and then that one dude's like a joint, and he like it's on like the top one.
Yeah, man, it's weird. Like going from like Richard Gere's, not Richard Gere's. Oh, who was the old host?
Richard-
I
Mark
forget.
Summers.
No, of
Richard Dawson.
Richard Dawson. Yeah, going from Richard Dawson's like 1960s, 1970s to like 2014, 15. It's kind of rough, man. I don't know
Yeah.
if we should really be bringing back these game shows.
Now you
Like-
have reality shows like Baggage.
like Baggage. Do you guys remember Match Game?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
imagine if we were to bring back Match Game.
They brought it back in Canada.
Match Game 2015.
They brought it back in Canada.
Did they really? How
Yeah.
bad? See,
But
I
that's
think
Canada, though.
that's who we're gonna start looking after because I'm pretty sure we start getting some pretty interesting like screenshots.
Let me tell you something. If you have satellite radio, put on, I don't remember what it's called, but it's one of the Canadian alt rock stations, and the shit is fire.
Canadians
It's amazing.
usually
Yeah.
do well with their rock. That's it. That's
Canadian alt rock.
Yeah.
is like, yeah, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we a
Is
music
it Nickelback
podcast?
Canadian alt rock though?
Look at this meme.
I said Canadian alt rock, James. I didn't say Canadian shit rock.
I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna get back to music, I swear. But this, I've been watching and like keeping track of each one of the like look at his photograph memes, and like I don't know why, but the first one was look at his graph, and like the way his voice was warped, I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
stop
I
watching.
saw
it.
that. I saw that.
Yeah, I just couldn't stop watching it. And then they had like look at this meme, and the way that his voice was warped was just like so, just like "Rah!" It was like, look at this meme, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. I don't need to go on the internet anymore.
I just don't like
Yeah.
Chad Kroeger because he looks like a douchebag.
I
He
don't
looks
like
That,
so
it.
weird.
I mean, maybe
You know
that's
what's-
wrong, but I feel like Chad Kroeger, if I met him in real life, would be a douchebag. I feel like he's that
Yeah.
guy.
Like he would just say something like really douchey. Just like, oh, why do the gays need to get married? They can just live with each other. It's just like, okay, all right, cool, thanks. I'm gonna.
Like,
go
I feel
now.
like I would go backstage and I'd be like, oh, I'm like, you're a huge fan, nice to meet you. And he'd be like, whip your tits out or get out. Like, I feel like you'd be
with
like
the
that
with the
guy.
Budweiser in hand.
I feel like I'd walk
Yeah,
past that.
Budweiser, he like would open it on my belt buckle or some shit and then walk away.
A T-shirt that just points down. It just says like the legend.
I don't know. Aw.
I feel like he's that guy. I feel like he's that guy.
Oh my god.
Watch the video
He
where
would be
they
that guy.
pelted with bottles when they're playing in Spain. And he's basically just like, fuck it, and walks off the stage, man. He just looks like that. He looks like if he could, he would smash guitar on somebody's head. Like, he looks like that guy.
He looks like the type of dude I'd walk past and he'd be like, now I'm not racist, but...
But oh, all right. So we're a music podcast, and we're gonna talk about music things again. There's a service, called Vinyl, pronounced VYNL because it couldn't afford any other vowels. That what you're able to do, and James, correct me if I'm wrong. What you're able to do is, well, James, actually, you know the service better than I do. I was informed of this today, and I was going over stuff. But here we go.
I just read it like 20 minutes ago.
You're like the new
Okay.
Alex North correspondent. How do you feel?
Oh god, so from reading the article about 20 minutes ago, this vinyl program was supposed to mail, it was started as an Indiegogo that like raised quadruple the money it was supposed to set as a goal. And so the service was supposed to mail records to people's doors, and if they like it, they can keep it, but if they don't like it, they can just like send it back. So it's like a Netflix of records is what they were like trying to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a law that you cannot like rent records.
Because technically, it's not exactly your property.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
and there's some more. So basically, the service was supposed to start in February. Doesn't start shipping out till April, and the records that they send people were just random bargain bin 60s and 70s records, and they wouldn't let people send them back. So people are
Wow.
pissed.
Did they announce that? I mean, it's probably a dumb question, but did they announce this when they were finally starting up the series? Did they have any kind of anywhere
Nope.
for anybody to have?
Nope.
What did it
I
seem
was-
like was just like a let's do this, and it looks good, and it's pretty, and it's polished, and then like cool, and then like it just like disintegrated in front of them. To an
Basically.
extent, from what I had read. Now, like, let's say in theory that this actually worked out well. Would this be something that you guys would want to sign up for, or like, would you guys want to have something like more concrete? Like the babe had the babes of Babetalk were talking. We were like, what if there was like a red box of vinyl that you could just like go in?
Oh, that'd be
I personally I like the mailing services that a lot of record labels have, where they'll just like mail someone a random record, like you don't have to return it. Like that's fine. I'll stick with that.
That's dope.
So like it would be something along the lines of like a subscription base in which it would be, what is it? There's the ones that you can pay $10 and you get like 2 ties in the mail, or you can like pay $15 and you just get a random loot crate full of Marvel
That would
stuff.
be nifty.
Yeah. Like No Sleep has their mailing list. There's a Vinyl Me, which is like a subscription service where they send out a random vinyl a month. Like that's a lot better and more efficient than this service was in the end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is also
Yeah.
might just see
Good
see
idea,
some money
poor
collector
execution.
thing. I dropped a knife.
Yeah.
Sorry, but yeah, I mean, like
Nice.
it seems pretty cool. Nathan, what would you prefer as a service?
I'm not really sure, but like I like the vinyl me one. That one's pretty cool.
So yeah, Yeah, Carl. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, I mean that seems like a pretty cool thing. Um, hold on one second. So so all right, sorry. Technical. Anyway, we're done.
Okay.
Well, not done with the episode. Sorry. That's let me go back to what we were talking about. Um, yeah, it would be pretty awesome if there would be like another service like James was saying in which like you would go and you would pay like X amount of dollars and you would end up getting like a random record in the mail. I'm pretty sure that one of
Yeah,
the companies you can actually invest a good chunk of money and end up getting a rarer vinyl. I think is that a thing?
Yeah, that's your feedback, dude.
Yeah. All right, let's try that again. Carly. Wait, James, do you have headphones?
Yeah, I have headphones in.
Okay. I think we're
Okay.
good.
I think. Yeah, we're good. Cool.
Okay, so yeah, those subscription-based things, they're cool. They're a thing. They can continue to be a thing, and hopefully one day they'll be a better thing.
yeah.
That's the subject, guys. So I think it's time to get into the interview portion of the episode. Um, Nathan is our guest tonight. He is going to be part of the band Just Go, Just Leave. And before we jump into things, we're going to get a group list going. We're going to have Carly, we're going to have James, and we're going to have myself asking you questions. Fire away with the best answer to your ability. There's, it's a fucking interview. You say whatever you want. You can just tell us to
Yeah,
fuck off.
yeah.
I don't care. So before we go any farther, though, if you can just go into actually what the project is, or like how did you start doing the brief history?
Well, the brief history of Just Go Just Leave is it started like in 2000. When was it? 13? No, 2010. And then I used to be in a ska band, a pretty well-known ska band in my scene, and then I just wanted to do other things, so I just started writing my own music, and just my school had a recording studio, so I just recorded there, and then I thought, why the heck not try to do shows with it? So I basically booked some shows, and then I just started liking doing stuff by myself, and I used to be called Little Wheeler, but I just thought that was oh, it's not, that sounds so much like a rapper than it does like an acoustic artist. So I was just thinking around of different names to do, and then I came across the Transit song Just Go Just Leave, and I was like, dude, that'd be tight as a name. So I just stuck with that. And I just always liked doing acoustic stuff. So that's
Nice.
like a little brief history.
All right, so Carly, if you want to start with your first question, we'll start to go in, and then we'll just jump right into this thing.
Well, you were actually with a ska band before you started doing all this acoustic stuff. Is ska something that you would go back to, or do you prefer doing your own acoustic thing as opposed to doing things with the band?
I like the ska thing, but I'd rather stick with what I do now. I wouldn't go back to doing that, but I've always thought about turning Just Go Just Leave into a full band, in the near future, probably.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you tell me a little about your lyrical inspirations on this project?
My lyrical inspirations?
Yeah.
A lot of my songs are about how my latest EP is called Love and Life EP, and that's basically a lot of my songs. It's previous life experiences I've been through, love issues I went through, suicidal issues I've been through, and all that. It's a lot of my songs are based off of a lot of stuff I've been through in the past, and a lot of love. A lot of songs are love, about girls I liked, and then they end up fucking me over and stuff, or stuff like that. That's basically a lot of my lyrical inspirations are love and life.
Yeah, sounds legit.
Now, going
Yeah.
from like a ska type of band, and then going into an acoustic, more like feely towards singing, how was the
Mm.
writing process for that? Like, you have two totally like they're not totally different when lyrical and
Yeah.
styles or anything like that. But how do you translate the two?
I transitioned like basically I was listening to like a lot of like what was that one band? Crap, I forgot them for a second. I'll probably go back to them, but I was listening to a lot of like old school like emo bands, and like I would just like grasp at like a lot of like what they had, and like I would just sit in my room and just like write my own stuff, like pick up my acoustic. Like a lot of my songs I like first write are like crappy songs, but then like later on when I got more into like the writing process, I just started writing better songs, and like basically coming from the ska band, like it's a lot of upbeat, and then going into a feely type of band, it was just like I just wanted to do something like my personal experiences. I wanted people to know what I've been through. So like I really like couldn't do that in a ska band. So I was like I just wasn't feeling it, and we all had like a mutual agreement to like I wanted to leave, so I wanted to do my own thing. So like it's just like I want to do something that's more personal and people can feel what I sing.
And so now you feel it is like a little bit more genuine.
Yeah,
Nice.
Cool.
yeah.
Um, the cause for I think my favorite song on the album is "The Cause for Butterflies." That's just
Mhm.
my personal favorite. Out of the songs that you wrote for this EP, what is your favorite?
My favorite, it has to be I'm giving up on you because you've given up on me. That's personally like one of my favorite songs on that EP because it. I'm gonna give you a little brief background of what that song's about. Basically, that song's about I went through a lot of problems in high school with like emotional wise. Like I went through losing friends, and like I noticed like senior year, you learn who your true friends are, and I was going through a lot of like losing friends, people not being there for me, and it's actually the whole song is about this girl who actually lives two doors down, and she basically fucked me over and like basically chose love over friendship with the guy she didn't even care about, and like it was just a lot of going through like personal issues, giving up on myself, and just wanting to give up on life. And basically, that's probably like one of my favorite songs because it's like super emotional and has like a lot of like a little Sea Haven influence in it. So that's like one of my favorite songs to play live. And it's pretty cool when I played with Being as an Ocean. I got to play that song live with the full band, and I did it with electric guitar and my brother on drums and my friend on bass, and it was just pretty cool. Doing it acoustic, electric wise, it's probably way more feely than it is doing it just acoustic. So I like that song though. Probably one of my favorites.
Alright.
Acoustically,
So,
it reminded me of like Jack Johnson and Secondhand Serenade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. That's probably like where I got a lot of my inspiration. I got from was like that song with like I was trying to like grasp like the acoustic like Sea Haven songs. Like that's where I got a lot of my like that, and then like putting that influence with like Secondhand Serenade, and yeah, that's probably like the ones that I put my most influences on that. So,
Cool.
yeah,
so, um, now you said that you've played some shows as Just Go, Just Leave, right?
yeah.
Do you have any notable stories from playing any shows yet?
Do I have what?
Like any notable stories or like funny things that happened at shows or like memorable moments?
Uh, Probably my most. I had some funny moments when I played with. 'Cause there's a show out here. There was a venue that used to be out here, one of my favorite venues, industry theater, but it got shut down. It sucks. It's gone, but like that was my favorite venue to play at, and I got to play at a Brian Stars tour, and It was really awkward. It was like all little kids, way younger than me, like 15, and like their parents. It was like the only LA area show. So like I was like super awkward, and like as I was playing, there was a bunch of YouTuber stars there with Brian Stars. So as I was playing, like everyone was talking, and like I remember like in the middle of my set, and it was like at that time when Brian Stars was still mad at Never Shot Never. So like in the middle of my set, I was just like a bunch of like little teenager kids like running around talking, not even paying attention to me playing. And I was like, I straight up like stopped playing, and I was like, "Can you guys shut the fuck up?" And like all the parents like gasped and like covered their kids' ears, and I was like, "Dude, this is awkward." And then like right after that, like I was playing my last song, and I started playing Never Shot Never, and like I could see that Brian Stars was getting mad, but I was like, screw it. And then like the owner of the venue, he was like, dude, you just gotta stop playing. I don't want any problems. So he like told me to just cut the mic, and he's like, just stop.
Just cut the set because of all the kids. That's incredible.
Yeah,
That's nuts. I mean, like,
yeah.
but how was like opening for Never Shot Never though? Like that'd be an experience.
Well, it wasn't really. I wasn't really opening up for Never Shot Never, but it was just like I played their song. Like I played their song for like Brian Stars tour.
Oh,
Like it was
I
like
totally
all.
misinterpreted that story. I'm just like, oh, sick.
Yeah, it was basically a bunch of Brian Stars, like his bands, and he likes to feature little scene kid bands. And then like I remember at that show too, that I was like, well, as my mic was like turned off, I was like, if any of you guys care, I like yelled it. I was like, if any of you guys care, you could come to the back, or I'm not. He's like, I'm not a famous YouTuber, or like I'm not a famous band, and I'm not putting on makeup like these other fuckers, and like you can see me in the back. Like I was just mad, like that nobody really cared, and like I could see him like on the side stage, like everyone putting on makeup, all the dudes straightening their hair. I'm like, dude, that's just not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I just got mad that like a lot of kids weren't really paying attention. But like another one of my most memorable moments, it was opening up for like one of my favorite bands, being as an ocean. That was probably like the most memorable moment, like the best moment ever.
No, that has to be fun. Like open up for like your bands and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
that, and then another show that was really cool. It was like before this wildlife like did was doing their anything like big acoustic wise. I got to open up for their, it was the this wildlife from Rival Summers, like basically this wildlife's first acoustic tour. It was pretty tight.
nice. Very.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, how is your progression like going from like playing from your band to now doing your own thing and starting to get a draw out? How have you seen your progression go?
It's pretty cool. Like I don't have like a big drawing as I used to when I was in a ska band, but like I have like those people that are like loyal fans that will be there like almost like every show, or like honestly out here in the AV it depends like who you play with. Like you gotta play with the right people to get a good crowd for you. Like it's hard out here to be like your own acoustic wise, because out here there's a couple acoustic artists, and like the only two, like me and my friend Dylan Revetti, we're the only ones that are basically like left of like the acoustic scene wise out here. But like when there used to be industry theater out here, it was just I draw a lot of crowd. Like that's when I drew like a good crowd.
Mm-hmm.
But like after that place like got shut down, like stuff went down with the city, and like after that got shut down, like I haven't been drawing a good crowd wise. But like I have those occasional people there that are like pretty like good fans of mine. So it's pretty cool. But like I don't draw like the same crowd as like when I used to. Like I miss like drawing a big crowd like when I used to be in the ska band. But like being in what I do now, I'm trying to like get myself out there and just doing it myself, and it's pretty fun.
True, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there's less opportunities now that you're speaking, about all the kind of struggles that you had to go through, playing with to those smaller crowds and everything like that, kind of trying to
Yeah.
make it. Do you feel like it's harder for an artist to make it on the West Coast, in your field, um, more so than like the East Coast or Nashville and places like that? Do you feel like it's harder on the West Coast?
Honestly, I feel like the East Coast is like more like because my brother just went on tour. He went on like a little tour to all the way out to Georgia. He filled in for a hardcore band. Post nothing, but like I feel like it would be. I feel like they cater like more. I feel like I don't know. I feel like the West Coast is pretty cool, but like I would rather be on the East Coast because I feel like more people there are like more people like I hear like a lot of people there are like more chill and like more like down to go to like any show. Like I'd rather be there than here because it's like I barely get like the opportunity. Like I try to play as much shows as I can out here in my hometown, but like typical pop punk kids, I just want to leave my hometown. Like I want to try to do something new and like possibly do a tour. Like that's what I'm trying to do. Like I feel like the East Coast would be more like I would probably draw, even though like not a lot of people would know me, but like I feel like I would draw a good crowd probably out there. Because like they have like I feel like the East Coast more has like a emo emo revival scene out there than we do in the West Coast.
That would be like to an extent. I'd say like was it from just like the things I've been hearing from friends. It's more like I think James, you would be able to back me up on this. Midwest.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah,
in Long Island at least, there's a lot of bands that take influence from both Long Island emo and Midwest emo.
Mm-hmm.
I
I mean,
think
like I
more
know that.
lately Midwest
yeah,
because Real Friends got popular as shit.
Achoo. Excuse me.
yeah,
I mean, like, was it? With the Philly scene, I do know there's like a lot of new emo-esque type of bands coming out, like a cross between indie and emo, which is kind of really
yeah,
cool. And then like you have the old gray cross with like modern baseball type of Philly's a whole new scene. But
yeah.
like I could see where you would mean like with the whole like West Coast, being totally different from the East Coast.
Cause like the West Coast, like out where I'm in, like in Lancaster, in the 80s area, like there's more of a hardcore scene than anything else. Like we have the ABHC. Like I support it like 100%. Like I'm homies with a lot of people in those bands. Like we have the ABHC scene, which is like going pretty good. But like that's what we have more out here, like a hardcore scene than anything else. So it's like harder to do like you're like in acoustic shows, like any acoustic like shows wise, there'll be like nobody there. Like if it's just strictly acoustic, there'll be barely like nobody there. But when it's like mixed with like hardcore, there'll be like a lot of kids there. Like out here, it depends like who you play with. You'll draw a crowd. That's how it is.
And it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think I'm up if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you.
All right. So, what do you want people to take away from your music? Like, what message do you want to spread to people?
The message I'm really trying to spread is like even though there's hard times in your life, like there'll be like hard times in your life, but like you can get through anything no matter what. Like like since I went through suicide issues, like it's not it's like just the little problems like a girl ends up like cheating on you or like someone says like your music sucks or like it's just like the message I'm trying to give is that like through all the negativity in life there is positivity in it like there is hope for you like just don't like give up like that's what I'm like one of the sayings I always like saying I showed before I leave is like stay positive and like just live life to the fullest. That's like the thing I'm trying to give people is like life is just like your life is a story to tell like everyone and it's like just that's basically what I'm trying to like say in my music is like the positive message is just like even though I have like the feely songs
Mm-hmm.
like they're like really feely it's just that like there's positivity and the emotional parts of life. Like you can get through it no matter what.
You can get through no matter what. That makes sense. Now,
Yeah.
what do you see the future being for Just Go, Just Leave? Like, are you gonna try and put out new material? You gonna try and play more shows? What are we looking at?
Well, like the future for Just Go Just Leave, what I'm trying to do is like make merch. I might be like later on down the road. I'm thinking about putting together like because I'm a broke kid, like most of us are. Like I'm a broke kid, just trying to live life, trying to get a job, going to college, gonna get to go to college soon. I'm just trying to put together like I might be putting together a Kickstarter, so I can. I'm trying to do like a little tour to like either Oregon and like try to put some shows and then try to get like merch too. Like I'm trying to do like t-shirts, buttons and like bracelets or something like that. And then also I'm gonna be I'm trying to write new songs, but like I'm trying to get together like a full band so I could do like full band stuff with it. Like the regular acoustic stuff but with just like a full band. That's what I'm trying to do.
Nice. Now,
Yeah,
if you don't mind, we're going to play one of your songs so we can give it a little song showcase.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I believe you said that one of your favorite songs is "I'm Giving Up on You" because you're giving up on me, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Now, if you want to, would you want to give yourself a little intro before you start playing it?
Yeah. Just go to sleeve, and this song we're gonna be playing is "I'm Giving Up on You, You're Giving Up on Me." It's uh, one of my favorite tracks on the new EP "Love and Life." We're good. We're good.
You made your decision. No matter how much I hate it, I'll respect it and support it. You may have been the one who left, but you're the one who walked away. Forever goodbye when you walked out that door. Left me crying on the floor. This one's for the record. This one's for the books. This one's for the record. This one's for the books. This one for the record. This one for the books. I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Oh, I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Oh, I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Oh, I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. I'm sitting in my room contemplating suicide, not giving a care about anything or anyone at all. She lives 2 doors down with a smile on her face, not even knowing what I'm going through. I've given up on myself, and I've also given up on God. And at that time, I've given up on God, and I said, God, if you're real, why would you let me go through this? God, if you're real, Why would you let me go through this? Giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Oh, I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Oh, giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Giving up on you because you're giving up on me. I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Oh, giving up on you because you're giving up on me. This one's for the record. This one's for the book. I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Oh, I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me.
Oh, the song's still playing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
song. You're giving up on me
That was
because you're giving up on you're giving. I'm giving up on you because you're giving up on me. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, so that was off of the Love and Life EP. You said you're working on new stuff and we're just trying to get a merch out so that you can continue to tour and stuff, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be probably doing a Kickstarter later on down the road.
All right, sweet. So like, whenever you get more information on that, Babetalk would absolutely be happy to start sharing stuff, just so we can continue to promote everything that's going on within our scene. So Nathan Wheeler, we
All right.
thank you for coming on the show.
thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Thank you
you
for
if
having
you
me.
had something more, I'm sorry. Yeah, you had something more to say. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, thanks for having me. It was a blast. It was a blast being on you. I love the show.
Well, I do thank you for listening to the show and everything. I mean, I just love like going through and seeing people who are very passionate about their music, and clearly from what we're hearing here, you're very passionate about everything. And so
Yeah,
I
that's
can't wait to see the progress that you're going to be making with you, and like clearly loving what you're doing. So I can't wait to see like where this goes from here. It's going to be very cool to see your ride.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, so from me, from Carly, from James, we're going to end tonight's episode. Nathan, again, we thank you so very much for coming on the episode. Don't be a stranger.
Thanks for
We're going to
having
talk
me.
soon. Absolutely.
All right.
And everyone, enjoy the rest of your night.
All right.
All right.